Learn how to create a Photoshop action that will allow you to batch process a number of images in a directory. That'll allow you to resize it and put text at the bottom, such as copyright information or whatever else you want to put down there. Okay, first thing we're going to do is open our image. Go to File, Open, choose your image, and it will open it for you. Then you want to start to create your action. First thing you're going to do is create a set. Okay, a set is basically a folder that a bunch of your own actions can be stored in. You click the new set icon in the lower right hand corner. It's going to bring up this dialog. I'm going to leave the name as set 1. I can really call it anything I want to. Click OK. Now, under that set, I'm going to create an action. Press the Create New Action icon, the lower right hand corner of the Actions palette, and it will bring up this dialog where you can choose the name of the action, the set that it's going to belong to. I'm going to assign it to set 1 that I just created, a function key to run it whenever you press that function key if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it as none, and a color for the action. Okay. Then you're going to click Record. By the way, if your Actions palette is not visible on the right side, you can go to Window and then Actions and click it, and it will show up. Okay. Then you want to click Record. Now keep in mind, anything you're doing at this point will be recorded as a macro within the action. Any key presses or mouse clicks or menu items that you select will also be recorded. So you want to make sure you do what needs to be done straight away. Okay? So now we're going to add text. Click the text tool right here on the left-hand side in the toolbar. Then you want to drag it out like that. So you have room to make your text. Now I'm going to put a copyright symbol in mind. The way you make a copyright symbol is you hold down your Alt key, and you press the +0169 keys on your number pad, and it will give you a copyright symbol. Okay? And after that, you can type in whatever text you want. I'll type in that right there, and then we're done with typing. Okay? Incidentally, up here, in your text tool control bar, you can choose the font you want to use, if you want it bold, the size, if you want it, how you want it to appear. I prefer sharp, and also the color. Press the color picker. It's going to open up this right here. My colors look a little strange because I've got only web color selected. If you uncheck that, you'll have a new array of a whole bunch of other colors. But since we're putting it on the web, I'm just going to use that right there. Leave it as white. Okay? Once you get all that done, click the Move tool. Now there are two ways to get it to where you want it to be. I'm going to do it kind of the easy way, and I'm just going to drag it down here at the bottom where I want it. Okay? It won't exactly line up. That's okay. I'm going to show you how to fix that. Once you get roughly where you want it, you can press the Shift key, hold it down, and then use the arrow keys to align it pretty much where you want it. Okay? There's also another way to do it. You can go to Select All, go to Layer, align layers to selection. Put it anywhere you want to. I'm going to go bottom edges, and then right side. And once I get that done, I'm going to go to Select, Deselect, and then once again, I'm going to move it a little bit because it's not exactly where I want it. Okay? Now that we have all that, we're going to resize the image. Click on the image in the menu bar, image size. It's going to bring up a dialog that's going to give you the current proportions or the current dimensions of the image. Since this is a portrait orientation, I'm going to make the height longer than the width. I'll change that to 600. Now, as you notice, the width was already filled in for me, and that's because I've got constrained proportions checked down here. If you don't use constrained proportions, you could get an image that looks kind of funny. It could be wider than it is tall, and so on. So I'm going to leave that checked. Retype in 600, and then I'm going to click OK. Actually, make sure resample image by cubic sharper is checked. It'll give you a better looking image. Click OK. And there's our image. Now we want to save it. I'm going to File, Save for Web. It's going to bring open this dialog. I'm going to choose JPEG. You can really choose whichever one you want. Choose the high quality. And JPEG high right here. And once all that's done, I'm going to click Save. Pretty much all this stuff can be left as a default. No problem there. Click Save. And I'm going to put it in my new directory. and Pix new. There it is right there. Okay, and I'm going to click on Save. Now, that's done. I'm going to stop recording my macro. Okay. You press the Stop Recording button on the Actions tab, on the Actions palette on the right-hand side of the screen. That's going to stop recording. Now you're safe. You can do whatever you want to. Close my image. You don't have to worry about saving that at this point. Now I'm going to run my action. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is click File on the left side, Automate, Batch. It's going to bring up a dialog that looks similar to this. Choose the set that you want to run. You can really choose any of the ones that are here, but the one we want to run is the one we just made. So set 1, action 1. Source, you want to make sure your folder, you want to make sure this is set to folder, and then you want to choose the folder where your original images are stored, okay? Make sure override action opens command is unchecked. Include all subfolders. That could be checked or not checked. It doesn't really matter. If you have it checked, anything in a subfolder within that current parent directory up here will be red, just like the images in the regular directory. Suppress color profile warnings. Okay, now we're in the destination section. We're going to put it in folder. We're going to choose where we want to store them. Store them in my new directory, Pix new. Okay. And override action save as commands. Make sure that's checked. Under file naming, I typically leave it as the default because it's pretty handy. It gives you the document name plus the extension. So if in other words, if it's dave.jpg, it will be called dave.jpg once it's saved. Then all you have to do is click OK, and it's going to start processing your images. You can see it open and close a number of times just like this. If an image already exists in the target location, it's going to tell you so. Then it'll give you the option to cancel or replace it. We're going to replace it. I typically try to make sure the directory that I'm saving to is clean. That way I don't get those images, those error warnings. Okay. Now there were 3 images in that originals directory, and now they should be processed and be placed in the Pix new directory. So let's go take a look. To my pictures, and we're going to go to Pix new right here. And here are all of our new images. Just like so. If you double click the image, take a look at it. There's your embossed or your text at the bottom, plus your image, resized image. It will be the same for all of them that you just generated, just like that. Anyway, that does conclude the tutorial on how to resize and put text at the bottom of the image. Have a nice day. Bye.